Hey everyone, it is Josh here. Today's episode isn't a fun one. It isn't. Um, we're just going to be discussing Jermaine Burton, and I kind of wanted to take a day to just kind of think about it and kind of weigh the different things going on because this is obviously a sensitive topic for a lot of people, understandably. Um, but we are kind of a news adjacent account. So I felt like it was important we discuss this still. And so we are going to do that up next here on No Buts About It. Alrighty, everyone. It is Josh here from No Buts About It. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Jermaine Burton here in a minute. If you have not subscribed, make sure to do so. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming out, hopefully tomorrow and then in the coming weeks as well. We're going to be talking about some of the NFL coaching carousel stuff with Chuss, probably tomorrow, maybe Saturday. We already did some stuff with Stan the Jet fan. We've got Dose of Dion, Dion from Dose of Dion coming on to talk about the Lions playoff game next week at some point. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. But now it's time to get to Jermaine Burton and the Cincinnati Bengals. So if you hadn't heard yet, Jermaine Burton, rookie wide receiver, third round pick for the Bengals, he's had a ton of issues this season off the field. It's just super unfortunate. A, just because it's unfortunate for anyone to have those issues. And then B, it's unfortunate because he is a super talented athlete and would probably do a lot of good on the football field if he could figure these problems out. So the most recent one was he didn't end up traveling with the team to Pittsburgh for their final game. And this kind of just came out as a coach's decision thing. And there was some speculation about what that could mean. It had happened earlier this season because he wasn't showing up to practice on time, and Zach Taylor kind of put his foot down. But, Joe Burrow had come out and he had said, hey, we're going to work with him. We're going to continue to work with him. He's been doing a lot of good. I'm really happy for him, and had really had the support of the team behind him. And that was kind of why I was like, hey, we're moving on from this. He's a young guy. He's 23 years old. It's okay. Rookies make mistakes. That's why they're rookies. But now it's getting worse. This is more than just not showing up to practice on time. So it came out that Jermaine Burton actually had the police called on him December 30th, which was, I believe, 4 days before the Bengals game against the Steelers. And the Cincinnati Enquirer got a hold of that police log, I guess, of that call. And a woman on the phone who describes herself as a 19-year-old female says, Jermaine Burton on the Bengals just broke into my house. He broke my phone. He wouldn't let me go inside, and he choked me in the hallway. He blocked the door so I couldn't go inside, and when I did go inside, he chased me upstairs. He broke into my house. He broke my phone. This is the second time he's broken my phone in the past month. So obviously, very violent situation, kind of a domestic disturbance situation. She also said that they had argued previously in the night, I believe, if I'm understanding her log correctly, or her testimony correctly. And then they went on a date, basically, argued a little bit on the date, but then when he got home was when things really escalated and he broke into her apartment, allegedly. So we've got all that going on. And initially she was going to press charges, and then she ended up not doing so. So he's kind of gotten, I don't want to say away with it, quote unquote, but I guess in the eye of the law, there's nothing really police can do right now. And I'm not really sure that there's any way that he can get help unless he reaches out on his own. It's a very difficult situation, obviously, and it doesn't seem like he is going to reach out on his own. This was posted the night after it came, or the day of maybe, that it came out. He wasn't going to be playing against the Steelers. And it says lies, and there's a emoji of a church, and it says stop hitting my phone, and that's on his Instagram page. Um, so he's presumably maintaining his innocence, I guess. Uh, but at this time, he's kind of in a deep situation when it comes to people believing him because of the other stuff that has happened. Nick Saban warned about his kind of attitude pre-draft. He had issues at Georgia, I believe, with Kirby Smart. So that's another fantastic coach. That if you're having issues with them, it's kind of a red flag. And we talked about that when we were looking at Jermaine Burton as a prospect, and he's a fantastic athlete. He looked great in the preseason. His floor is probably Alec Pierce as a deep ball receiver, and I think he can be way higher than that. So, super tragic on field situation. But then when you add this level of he's now hurting other people. The woman also somewhere else in her report said that he threatened to kill himself and that he pulled a knife out of her dishwasher and held it to his neck. This now becomes a situation where it goes beyond football, right? So I hope that the Bengals are helping Jermaine Burton kind of get some sort of help because he definitely needs um, mental counseling of some sort. The country, the U.S. as a whole, has a mental health issue, and Jermaine Burton seems to be a part of that, unfortunately. The Bengals, all they said is, we are aware of information related to Jermaine Burton. We will continue to evaluate as we gather additional details and will have no further comment at this time. So just kind of a copy and paste press release there. But he needs help, not just to be a good player, an athlete in the NFL. Obviously, that would be like, the best outcome was that he's able to get help, be a good citizen, and be a good NFL player. But the most important thing, and the thing that needs to happen first and foremost, is that he's able to function in society and that he's not going to be a threat to himself or to others. And that's kind of where it seems he's at right now, is trying, or someone needs to reach out to him to help him get that, or help him to realize that he needs that help. I know that TJ Houshmandzadeh has been a mentor to him, or has tried to be a mentor to him. So hopefully he can reach out to him. I'm sure there's tons of NFL wide receivers who would reach out to him and try to get him help. But ultimately, it's going to come down to what he wants. And it's a little concerning to me personally how he's been kind of apathetic to this whole situation. And obviously, courts innocent until proven guilty, all that. But again, just he hasn't even really acknowledged the situation beyond that Instagram post that I just showed. He has been playing video games on Discord all week. He's not really said anything like, "Hey, yes, I screwed up. I admit to it." Anything like that. This doesn't seem like a situation where the woman is like trying to get money or something like that. I know that's something people will go to a lot, and this just, if she's not pressing charges, so obviously she's not really trying to gain anything from it. So I really just, there's nothing much more to say other than I just hope Jermaine Burton gets help. This video was more of just an explanation of the things that have happened that we know. It's also being rumored that he was evicted from his apartment building that was just down the street from the Bengals stadium, and he was still being late to practices. So it's like there's a point where you have to cut your losses, and I don't want to like call for him to get cut or anything like that. And that's not even really the priority. Like I said, I just want for Jermaine Burton to get help. I hope he gets help. I pray that he gets help. And I encourage you to pray that he gets help as well, because obviously he's a 23-year-old kid, kind of thrusted into the spotlight, and that can have effects on people. And he needs someone to be there for him and someone that he trusts to be able to kind of push him in the right direction. Because this isn't a life he can go on living, even if it's outside of the NFL spotlight. But that's all I've got for today. Again, make sure to subscribe. We're going to be having a lot of conversations about the Bengals defensive coordinator positions, other coaching positions, the Steelers playoff games. Like I said, Dion's going to stop by hopefully next week. So you're not going to want to miss any of those conversations. And until next time, go do something nice for someone.